Yo, yo, my name is KP. I'm doing my thing. You know that you're watching Vinark MP. We're advocating for fathers. We're doing our thing. But we don't hate women. Let me tell you what I mean. Sometimes you go to court. They want to hold you in contempt. They want to take child support. They want to get what's spent. But you got to stand strong and you got to know the law. We father advocates and we standing real strong. What's going on, everybody? Kevin Parkinson, aka Vinark MP, back again with another episode of Father's Win. Father's Win is a series here on YouTube that I created so dads out there in family court, going through family court, coming out of family court, get ready to go into family court, can get some solace, get some understanding, get some peace, knowing that you're not alone. A lot of us have gone through it. I'm currently going through it. I'm a 6-year veteran of family courts here in the great state of Arizona, and I've learned a few things. So I give commentary while we watch family court proceedings made public family court proceedings, that is, because I don't want to intrude on anybody's privacy. So only the ones made public. And we talk about it. Come on, let's take a picture. This light's cool. Go act like you're scared. Ah! Ah! Yo, my name is KP. I'm doing my thing. You know that you're watching Vinark MP. We're advocating for fathers. We're doing our thing. But we don't hate women. Let me tell you what I mean. Sometimes you go to court. They want to hold you in contempt. They want to take child support. They want to get what's spent. But you got to stand strong and you got to know the law. We father advocates and we standing real strong. This Mommy said, bye. I love you. Come on, guys. Picture. Everybody say cheese.
Cheese. He's trying to talk in the microphone.
So this is what I do it for, guys. These are the guys I do it for. You know, I was very blessed to find a wife after all the drama that I went through. A really good woman who's been holding me down, and I wish that for you guys. If that's what you want, nothing wrong being single, because I know I was single for a while after my divorce. Trust me. But yeah, guys, fathers matter, and fathers do win. All right. So without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into this, and we're gonna see what it do. Here we go.
I get my son week to week as ordered, and then my daughter I get it when her mother allows me to.
Wasn't ready for that in the beginning, and I agreed to it. I just let it, play out. And I've been trying to keep the communication. I've been trying to be a parent. It's just a lot of boulders that I'm hitting, and it's just like, it's not worth it. And if we're going to have you guys involved anyways, because that's what he wants, I've tried to communicate with him privately and tell him, like, hey, we could just do this by ourselves. We could come up with something, but it's not what he wants. He would rather have it on paper. So since he'd rather have it on paper, I'd just rather do it you guys' way and do the standard way, because the week-to-week thing, I'm just hitting a boulder with.
Why aren't you wanting to do it with your daughter as well?
I'm not wanting to do it because he's not communicating effectively as a parent. And when my kids are with him for a whole 7 days, I'm not hearing from my kids. I'm not being able to check on my kids.
I still don't understand why y'all aren't splitting both of the children, because I know I never really got a clear answer on that. So it doesn't make sense to do one for one child and one for the other. I agree. I understand. Excuse me, I'm talking. I understand that there's some communication issues. Mr. Nelson, I'm hoping that you're going to improve. What's your response to that? Y'all are not communicating well because you're not responding to her phone calls.
Judge, I respond to every phone call, every message.
You have 2 children. We already have an order for 1. We're adding the second one. Not sure I understand why y'all are doing something different for each of the 2 children. So when you say week to week, I'm guessing that means that one parent has 1 week, and then the other week is with the other parent, with the son. Is that what you're telling me, Mr. Nelson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As far as you're concerned, are you wanting to go the same schedule but with both of the children?
Yes, sir.
Is there some reason why you haven't been doing that before?
Just up to the mom. I get Miss Ayana when she allows me to, and I deal with that. If it's a Thursday or a Friday late evening, I will go over there and pick her up and spend that amount of time that I have with her. If she tell me bring her back tomorrow, I bring her back that following day if she tells me to.
Requesting that you pay a total of $522 per month for the two children here in this matter. Are you in agreement to that amount, sir?
No, sir.
And sir, what are you not in agreement with?
As far as I've been served on the 27th of April, and I had to the 22nd of May to respond, and I was working on my e-file to respond to it, and we're having this hearing now.
So what are you not in agreement with, sir?
I want to keep what I have in the previous order.
All right, sir. As it relates to the conservatorship, are you in agreement to be named as joint managing conservators with the other party?
Yes, sir.
And just to confirm, you are covering the children's 3-year insurance, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand there's been no request for retroactive support in this matter?
Yes, sir.
And what is the current schedule as it relates to the visitation?
I get my son week to week as ordered, and then my daughter I get it when her mother allows me to.
Okay, wow. There's a lot going on here. There's a whole lot going on here. It looks like mom and dad have 2 children, and mom has no problem with dad having the son every other week, if you will. But she doesn't feel that way about the daughter. The daughter, she wants to keep with her, keep in her care. The daughter's not going with dad when dad is ready to pick both children up. So this is going to be very interesting to see why. And I'm hoping that's what Judge Aguilar gets into next. Like, hey, mom, why is this? So let's see what happens. Jumping back in.
Pick her up and spend that amount of time that I have with her. If she tell me bring her back tomorrow, I bring her back that following day if she tells me to. As far as with MJ,
What is your normal schedule with the son? Is it from what day to what day?
Sunday to Sunday.
I'm not asking you that.
it's from, if it was starting this week, it would be from the 14th to the 20th of May.
So from Sunday to Saturday?
From Sunday to that following Sunday, the 21st, I'm sorry. That's our exchangement for some Sunday from 14th to 21st. My week will start from the 14th to the 20th. He goes back on the 21st at 6 o'clock.
How long have y'all been doing the split of the son?
Since I want to say last year, I think it's been a year now.
Okay. So what you're asking me to do is to leave it the same, but have also the daughter also go week to week. Is that what you're asking, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Mike, if you'll unmute.
Okay, something here to keep in mind. Dad's very cool. Dad's very concise. Dad has a plan. I don't think the same is going to be true for mom. Again, we don't bash women on this channel, but we're keeping it a buck. Dads are getting run through the ringer in family court. So dad did a really excellent job of presenting his wants and his needs, and therefore the children. In the best case scenario, in split home situations, the kids get 50% with mom, 50% with dad, equally, because children need both parents. So let's see how this continues.
And explain to me why it is that y'all are having the split both of the children the way you've been doing it with your son.
Okay, so first and foremost, my son was going with him for 7 days to 7 days. I was actually talked into.
Notice how she said my son, but we ain't gonna get into that.
To that agreement, since 11 months,
You've been doing it, so it's an agreement.
and I've been doing it.
Why aren't you wanting to do it with your daughter as well?
I'm not wanting to do it because he's not communicating effectively as a parent. And when my kids are with him for a whole 7 days, I'm not hearing from my kids. I'm not being able to check on my kids. And my kids are young, and my kids will get sick, and I send them over there if they're sick, and I'm trying to check on them or any of that, and I'm not allowed to. I'm not able to because it's his week. Or if I have the kids on my week, and like I have something for the kids to do or a doctor's appointment to take them to, he's okay with the medical and everything. But if I have something for my kids to do or any of that, and I ask him, hey, can I get my kid this day? No, we're busy. But if anybody on that side ever contacts me, him, his mom, or his grandma, they contact me and they ask me if they can get the kids, and I'm always willing, I'm always allowing everything. And it's just also with the school thing, and my son's getting older, so I'm trying to be able to put him in sports and everything without having to hit the brick wall. I'm never able to communicate with him. He doesn't answer text messages.
Okay, so this is a trick bag that happens a lot of times in family court. Mom is making it appear as if to say, hey, whenever dad or anyone in dad's family, such as his mother or grandmother, want to see their children, I am willing and able to give the kids to them. Yeah, that's free childcare. That's a couple of hours or a day to be without a kid. That is actually a luxury when you are a full-time parent, like both of these people are. So I hate the fact when a parent tries to act like they are sacrificing so much. I mean, believe me, I go through that myself. My daughter's biological mom, on our family court proceeding docket, anytime we as parents need to relieve ourselves of the child because of work or another commitment, before you pick a babysitter, legally you're supposed to ask the co-parent, hey, do you want to have our child on this night or this day? I got to go to work, I got to go to another city, I'm busy working on a project, blah blah blah. In my situation, my co-parent, you know what she does? She always sends our daughter to her grandmother, which is a complete violation of our parental agreement. You're supposed to ask your co-parent first, hey, do you want additional time? So it's kind of wild that she is admitting that when dad's family members ask for the children, she gives them to them, no problem. But when dad is asking, hey, let me get time with my daughter, she's saying no. And her argument is because he's not communicative. This is one of the weakest arguments I've ever seen. God bless the mom. I'm sure she's trying, but I really hope that the judge sees through this.
He doesn't answer phone calls, nothing until it's his convenience, I guess. Like I'll text him, be like, hey, how's my son? Like right now, as of right now, my son is sick and he's in his possession. Hey, does he have fever? Hey, does he? I don't hear anything until 12 in the morning, and it stresses me out. They're my kids.
Okay, so again, she's saying she'll hand the son over, no problem, to dad week to week. But she hates the fact that if he's sick or she wants to get in touch with him, he is not quick to respond, dad. But for this very reason, she will not give daughter to dad. That's bad. You can't do that. She's also saying if dad's mother or grandmother asks for the children, she'll give the children. She has not mentioned whether or not grandma or mom are communicative as she would like. So this is a straw man argument. This is where you're pulling things out of thin air to try to destroy the character of your co-parent to make your argument stronger. Ultimately, what's going on here, again, I can't stress enough, I'm not a lawyer. It's just that for the last 6 years, 5.5 years, my wife and I have been going through family court. I'm definitely a novice. I'm no lawyer, but I've learned a few things. This is ultimately parental alienation. You're letting one child go, but you're not letting the other child go. It makes no sense. Two, if you have a problem with communication, you gotta go through the court. Issue some kind of mandate, like a demand for an enforcement of parenting time. Again, in your state, that might be something different. Ask ChatGPT or Google what it means in your state. But an enforcement of parenting time is to say, hey, judge presiding over our family court case, I don't like X, Y, and Z. She mentioned at the beginning of this video, hey, I didn't want to go through family court, but he does, so we're doing it your way. So bad arguments all the way around. Dad obviously just wants to see the kids equally. Mom is making it hard. This makes no sense. So let's go ahead and just fast forward and see what the ruling is.
Of course, y'all are probably asleep, so I'm not getting responses, and it's becoming overbearing. Like to not know if my child is okay, to not know.
Sorry, guys. I know in the comments you guys are like, you talk too much. I get it. I'm going to stop. I promise. She's saying it's overbearing to continue to, she's belaboring the point that she thinks dad is not communicative enough. Don't you think that it's overbearing if a parent isn't letting you see your daughter? I know it's silent right now. I know YouTube doesn't like when videos are silent for too long, but I really wanted to sit in that for a moment. This is such a bad argument.
Like, what's going on? My son has been with him, and then he brought my son to school Monday, and I told him my son's sick. He just needs to rest. Like, let him rest. I went over there The second he dropped my kid off, I went over there and I told my manager if you could take his temperature. My son was burning 101 fever, and they made him come and pick him up. It's too much to deal with. It's too much.
Okay, now I'm pretty sure the waterworks are about to come out and the emotional parade is about to happen. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to mom, because obviously this is a mother who loves her kid. But this is why it's so important to have a family plan through family court, some kind of structure that you guys can adhere to, because life is not black and white. Life is gray. And so the parental plan through your county and your family judge is ultimately going to be the saving grace to say, okay, you guys weren't able to agree on X, Y, and Z, but here are the rules that you guys are going to abide by. So fast forward a little bit more to the judge.
Intrude on that. But at the same time, if there's special situations, she needs to know the status. You can't just wait till the end of the night and then say whatever you want to say. And I also know that some people don't like to make phone calls. Some people only like to text. I always say you respond to people the way they respond to you. They call you, you call them. They text you, you text them. They email you, you email them. If you want to go above and beyond and do extra, then you can do extra. But certain people like to have more information, or they like to be contacted a certain way. What I'm here for Miss Mike is she likes to have a phone call. That's reassuring for her. And that way, if she has additional questions, she can ask. And so, that's how she wants to respond. She doesn't want to text back. To me, there's different tiers of how you want to be contacted. The top tier is a phone call. That's the way it used to be. We used to talk. And but people don't like that. Now, then the one below that is text. The one below that is email. Okay, so Miss Mike wants it to be at that higher level where you're having a phone call. She wants to be reassured so she can go to bed at night that her child is okay. A text isn't going to work. Okay, if she says send a text, then you can send a text. She makes a phone call. You make a phone call. Can we have that understanding, Mr. Nelson?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna order child support since y'all are splitting the children. That doesn't make any sense. I'm putting in the order that y'all are splitting the children every other week, both children, not just one. And then I'm adding in special provisions, which kind of already in there, but I'm just making them extra special, is each parent is notify the other parent if either child is sick and give continued status. So that's for both of you. If you find out the child is sick or hurt or something, you notify the other parent immediately so they know. And that way, and then update them as the day goes along. A little kid.
I'm liking what Judge did there. Judge was very fair. Judge said, look, she wants to be notified by phone call, give her a call. She wants to be notified through text her. She wants to be notified through email her. Communicate with people the way they communicate with you. Dad went out of his way to let mom know that she was heard by saying, hey, listen, Dad, if the kids are sick, if mom wants to update, you need to honor that and give her an update. But at the same time, I'm not awarding child support. And at the same time, young lady, mom, make sure both children are given to dad. One is his scheduled time, not just one child. I think that was a fair ruling. So these are the breaks. This is family court. This is how it goes down. Remember, family court is not about us parents. There's going to be a lot of emotionalism. There's going to be a lot of reactions, and it's very easy, especially for us dads, to react because we don't play about our kids. But we have to stay strong, stay focused, and it's all going to work out. My name is Kevin Parkinson. I'm Vinark MP. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, drop a comment, share this video, and you can see more videos in this link right here. All right. God bless you guys. Take care. If you're going into family court, if you're coming out of family court, if you've been through family court, if you're getting ready to go through it, these are the videos that are going to help you get through it. I'm no lawyer. I'm no paralegal. I'm nothing. If you are like I was and you're like, yo, I really need some kind of legal advice, but I can't afford a lawyer. Marble.com. This is not a sponsored ad, a sponsored video, but check out marble.com. All right, guys. Take care. Peace. See you guys on the next video. Bye.
Yeah, like the truth.